Hey guys, it's me again, back with Low Key Legends. This is just a little bit of a story time with you guys. Hopefully, I want to do these every now and then so we can just kind of talk, tell you about my experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, we're going to start with the good. So, this is actually pretty recent. I'm a player in this game, and actually, our DM is a first time DM. Never ran before until now with us, so we're her first group. So she makes this setting, and I'm not going to go too deep into the setting lore, but essentially, the Elven and human nations had a war, with the Elven nations losing because of a plague that is now shortened the lives or even corrupted the souls of other elves. So when it was my make a character, I was like, well, I wanna be one of these elves, and so as the story kind of went, my backstory very flash and quick. Like I said, I'm not trying to give you too many of the details, but some I have to do so it all makes sense. My character essentially was part of the noble family by marriage, so I wasn't in the direct line. But what it was is that my character was very much involved in the war. When the kingdom fell, my character, who was an Eldarin who had a family, lost that family during the crisis, the attack. I was stricken with the curse. My body weakened, and I slipped into a coma, a 100-year coma. So I was starting off waking up after over 100 years had passed. So to the human nations, this war was something of a generation ago. To some elves, it was still fresh. To me, it was yesterday, which made my character very interesting to play. So my dynamic with everyone else was very, very different. My character very much still saw the betrayal and the death all around him. Very much, I was playing this character as a character with nothing to lose after losing his family. So my friend Saya, who you hopefully will meet as we do the low key legends, our characters were related. So my character essentially was living to make sure the next generation would survive. So with this curse, I was playing a character who had nothing to lose. Making decisions, burning all my diplomatic bridges, because what's the point? Everything I know is gone. Everything I care about is dead. So that's just who I am, which allowed me to do some things that I probably wouldn't have done. I mean, it was just it's a great character, it's a great concept. So my character, who essentially was pretty much kind of a dick, was just doing what he felt like he needed to do for his people. Well, how do you plan on that? Well, I'm not going to live anyway, so there's no point. But I will make sure everyone else is okay. And this is the way I played this character for like a year. So we're in the Fae, and we're dealing with hags. You know what you do with the hags? You put hags down, because hags make more hags. So before I put this last hag down, she tells me something. Eldra, stay your hand. Your line is not broken. What? What do you mean? I mean, yes, I suppose I have a niece, so it's not. No, your line is not broken. Unknown to me, my child survived. Now, for this character, that was a huge revelation. Because, like I said before, I've been living a character who had nothing to lose, who was pretty much planning to check out when it was all done. Like, putting my life on the line for all this to end when I was done with my job. Even considering making a new character, like, hey, if my character dies, I'm just going to make the character, because he's fighting not to live, but he's fighting to die, to go back to where he was. But now it's all changed. My line isn't broken. And when she did that, I was like, oh my God. Like, I mean, here's the thing. As a DM, I think like, oh my God, why wouldn't it? But completely blindsided me as a player. There were no real hints to it that would make me know that that was even a possibility. In fact, the person who was holding my daughter, who had my daughter, is someone I had met previously, who I had told, that I had returned. So they had met me and never told me about my daughter because they had assumed the role. Insane. Completely caught me off guard. Still does, actually. We're still playing that campaign. And my character has been forced to live with a lot of decisions he made before because he was a guy with nothing to lose. Well, that's no longer the case. He has a family. He has a reason to live. I was very much playing a character who just had no brakes. And she got me. So, hats off to you. You got me. That's a really good story. And I hope you enjoyed it too. So sometimes, you let a thing cook. Because that was a year she held that in. So just a tidbit to you. What's the lesson? You should let it wait. Because it's just like slow cooking. It's better with time. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.